dog vlog. I haven't done one of these for a long time actually, so it's quite nice. And it's also really reflective because we are a couple of weeks off Christmas. We're now going into the countdown of 2020. What a year. I don't want to dwell on how terrible it's been. I know it has. It's been awful for some people. I do want to reflect though, because I think that the way we learn is by reflecting and just thinking about what's happened to us and what we can do about that, and maybe we can take some action out of the back of it. So I really do want to just, for my own benefit, want to visit that and say, what did I learn? So when COVID hit in March, I lost £25,000 just like that, bang, gone, out of my business. And I'm just a solopreneur, it's just me. And that was a really big chunk of my turnover for the year just gone. It's quite devastating in that moment. And I sat on the kitchen floor. Some of you might have heard me say this on podcasts and interviews that I've done this year. I sat on the kitchen floor and I cried. And I just thought, that's it, it's over. And my son came in, Sam, who's 15 now. And he just sat on the floor with me and we chatted, and he just said, Mum, you made a different stuff to this. It's going to be okay. And it was just that moment, I think, where I thought, he's right. It really is going to be okay because I need to make it okay. And I thought about all of the options I had, and I had a lot of options compared to some people. I had the fact that I didn't have premises. I had the fact that I didn't have staff. And the biggest thing I had was that I could shift pretty much everything I did online. And that's exactly what I did do. And ultimately, I was incredibly lucky, and I was really happy to say that my business online was great. New customers came, new products were born, which was even more interesting. You know, new ways of me delivering Live It, Love It, Sell It. So that was really exciting. The big thing that I learned was that there was a way. You know, everything I talked about my dad, I talk about my dad all the time. And I've always said, haven't I, he said there's no such word as can't. Oh my goodness, did those words ring true this year for me more than ever. So I kind of wanted to do a Walk the Dog vlog in memory of 2020, the COVID year. What did we learn? And I know there's going to be 100 blogs about this, and there'll be a million videos about this too. But this is my take on it in terms of I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for 2020. I'm grateful that it made me a better person. It made me calmer. It made me reflect. It made me grateful. And it made me look at my business and say, oh my goodness, look at all the things that are possible, which is very special when you can do that. And I can only speak as me. I can't speak as everybody else. As we said earlier in the year in some of my webinars, we're different ships in the same storm. You know, at the beginning, a lot of people said, we're all in this together. You know, and in a sense we are, because it's happened to all of us globally. But that doesn't mean to say that we're all in the same place in this process, because we're not. We've all been affected very differently. I worked in hospitality for many years, and they have been affected terribly by this. I'm incredibly musical. My son, his career is going to be in music. That's what he wants to do. Anyone in music, theatre, the arts, that was affected this year terribly. And I can only hope that it survives somehow and it comes back to us. I'm pretty sure that it's going to. But I think it's a journey. We're still on this journey. You know, it's not over yet. But if I can say anything about this Walking the Dog vlog, it's that I have learned that there are things that I need to do for me. I need to take time to walk the dogs. I need to take time to breathe. I need to take time to reflect. And I only need to look back to see how far I've come. So I guess that's the speech for the Walking the Dog vlog, really. What are you going to do going into 2021. How's it been for you? And what can you learn from it? You know, the biggest thing in life, I think, is that life happens. We know that. And it isn't always how we want it to happen. It's not always in that way. But what we can do is learn from it. I've felt very isolated the last few months, if I'm really honest. I don't have mum and dad around. I don't have a partner. I've got Sam, which is just a huge blessing. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you. My son's just amazing. And we have definitely been the A-team. But I've felt lonely. And I know there's lots of people who have felt lonely during this and just isolated, that there's nowhere to go. I can't wait to stand on a stage again. I can't wait to meet people again and hug them. These are the things I missed. And I just can't wait for those things to come back. And just to physically be in the same room as people will be really, really special when we can finally do it and be at peace with it and get back to connecting as humans. For now, well, there's video, just like this, and there's Zoom, my favourite thing in the world this year, but it has been my absolute survival for my business that I could use Zoom and carry on working through Zoom. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Try to just take some time off and breathe and just reset, ready for 2021 and whatever it may hold for us, because let's face it, this time last year none of us could have predicted what 2020 was going to look like. Lots of love to you all. I'll see you again soon. Ta-ta for now.